Hi everyone, my name is Lindsay. Welcome to Library of Lindsay. Thank you all for being here. I am going to be talking about a fun topic today. We love talking about Amazon on this channel, even though I'm no longer a Kindle user. So you want to leave the Amazon ecosystem, but you don't really know where to start. You're concerned that there are e-readers out there that haven't been really tested by many users. You're going to be blocked from submitting all of your Kindle books and not being able to port them into this new device. You don't know if the battery's the same. You're concerned that the customer service isn't the same. The price points of the ebooks are different. And overall, it's just really daunting to switch away from Kindle because nothing is clear. Well, today I'm going to be talking about the two options that I have found out there that are really great alternatives to Kindle and just diving in a little bit more to their specifications and why they're good options. Let's get into it. Why do people really want to leave Amazon? I know that there's been a lot of conversation lately over the past few weeks about how Amazon is removing their download feature. I'm filming this video actually on February 26th. So as of today, you can no longer download your books to your local computer or your digital library. So now all of your Kindle books are stuck on Kindle from now going forward, meaning if you ever wanted to leave the Amazon ecosystem, you really can't bring your Kindle books with you. They're all just going to stay on the Kindle device. People are concerned with the current status of Amazon. They own a lot of the market share when it comes to physical books, e-readers, ebooks, and audiobooks. And having a company own all that market share is not only concerning for the consumer and the author bases, but it doesn't allow for innovation or enhancement of these types of devices and mediums of art. I have really noticed after using my updated reader, spoiler alert, I use a Kobo e-reader now, that the Kindle is honestly lacking a lot of the enhancements that I would have liked to see. But Amazon actually doesn't even need to focus on that because they have the majority of the market share. They have the majority of consumers already in the palm of their hand. So why do they need to innovate? And that's a lot of people's issue, is they're not innovating fast enough. There's technology out there that is starting to look better. The grass is always greener on the other side. People also want to leave Amazon due to potential political climates here in the United States. There's a lot of censorship issues going on. Jeff Bezos's kind of alignment with the current political and presidential administration is concerning to many, which is valid. I know there are a lot of people trying to consider alternative options, and there was a big discourse about people even leaving just Kindle Unlimited and stopping giving money in a subscription-based model to Amazon as of late due to their issues with the Kindle Colorsoft and their decision to no longer allow you to download books onto your local computer. And finally, people really want to leave Amazon because they want the accessibility. They want to be able to use books on multiple formats. Amazon's Kindle platform only uses their specific DRM, which is the digital rights management. They have a specific Amazon DRM that locks all those books onto those Amazon ecosystem devices, and that's it. Versus these other platforms and these other e-readers allow multiple file formats. You could look at articles, PDFs, other DRM free content and DRM content. EPUBs is a big one as well. People are looking for alternatives to allow more types of files or different types of files to be integrated into their everyday e-reading experience. Diving into the options out there that aren't Kindle. Now, about 6 months ago was exactly where you are, where I really didn't want to upgrade my Kindle. It was really slow. The battery was slowly dying. I'm just assuming all these things are happening to you because they happened to me. I was looking to update my Kindle, but to be honest, I was looking for an updated Kindle Oasis because I wanted the little buttons on the side. And Amazon discontinued the Oasis, so I was out of luck. I originally really couldn't find anything that made me feel confident in switching. It's always a little bit daunting choosing a second most popular or third most popular option because similar to Apple being kind of Apple and Android, or Apple and Samsung being the top two phones out there, it's always a little bit daunting picking the third best. You don't really know how it's going to work out because not as many customers or consumers have been testing it over time and been able to provide feedback to the business. I found really two amazing options and alternatives to Kindle. There are others out there, but to be honest, they didn't seem well tested by society and the customer base. So I'm really just going to be sticking to two main brands, which is Kobo and Books. These two brands have really proven that they value their consumer base. They want people to be able to transition relatively easily, but have versatility and accessibility with their devices. They have prioritized innovation. They have prioritized technological advancement, the user interface experience. So these are really the two companies that I found that are tested, tried, and true for many people. I'm going to start with the one that I know best, which is Kobo. Kobo's devices have similar vibes to Amazon, and their price range is actually relatively similar as well. I used the Kobo Libra Color, which was $230 ish. Put on the screen the actual price points right here of all of their devices that they offer. They offer Kindle similar ones where it's just looking like the Kindle Paperwhite. They offer ones that look like the Oasis, and now they also offer color options for both of those. I chose Kobo because I found that they were the most tested, tried and true for a lot of people. And to be honest, the big difference between these two devices that I found with the specifications that I want is that Kobo is waterproof. As in, I could take it to the beach or to the pool and not worry about dropping it in the body of water and ruining the device. Kobo also accepts multiple file formats, EPUB, PDFs, anything that you could ever think of, they accept. And they have a stylus option, which is really cool for those that are working on annotating things or working on drafts or just want to take notes. They have a notebook section where you can take notes. And it's just, the device is very versatile. And the one I use also has the clicky buttons and it has USB-C. So those were really two things that I wanted when upgrading my device. Kobo does have their own ecosystem for ebooks, but they do allow you to side port anything that you want. I use a system called Caliber that basically allows you to, if you have files in different file formats, upload it to Caliber and then port it right back onto your Kobo. So they accept non-Kobo ebooks, which is a huge plus and something that is very different from Kindle. A big negative is that Kobo doesn't have Kindle Unlimited. I know Kindle Unlimited is a huge thing for a lot of people. They have Kobo Plus, but it's not the same, to be honest. And as you can imagine, a lot of the exclusive content on Amazon is like the best of the cream of the crop, just because Amazon has that market share and that power to influence authors to get onto their subscription service. Something I also wanted to note is that Kobo is actually trying to partner with bookshop.org. Bookshop.org, if you don't know, used to be just a physical book website where you could give back to your independent bookstores in your local area. They just started getting into ebooks. In their FAQ, it says that they're trying to partner with Kobo. So I might be able to contribute to my local indie bookstores here in the future with this, which is super cool. To me, that tells you where Kobo's heart is. It reminds me of Audible versus Libro FM, where Libro FM, once you buy an audiobook, part of that goes to the indie bookstore. I'm hoping the same thing will happen with ebooks with my Kobo. Kobo is an amazing device and I highly recommend. They have a great lineup and it seems like they care about their customer base. They're constantly trying to improve their devices and a lot of people are pivoting to Kobo. The other company that I wanted to talk about is Books, Boox. I used to call it Box, but I know now that's not the correct way to pronounce it. I personally do not have any devices from this company, but I've seen a lot of conversation about the Box Palma and the Box e-readers in general, just because this company is a little bit different from Kobo. It is a company that has e-readers a little bit more pricey. I'm going to put the prices up right here, kind of their range, because they have different devices as well, from the Palma, which looks like a big phone, but it's actually an e-reader, to more devices that are similar to the Oasis and the Kindle as well. Their form factor is a little bit larger, and I believe that their price points are a little bit higher, but that is also because they're an Android tablet. So instead of Amazon Kindle or Kobo, the Kobo Libra Color, having their own ecosystem, Books actually just allows you to have apps that you can download from their Play Store. So if you want to download the Kindle app, if you want to download the Kobo app, your Libby app, etc., you can do that and have different applications for the different types of books that you use. This does mean that if you have Kindle books, you'll be able to still read them on Kindle and still kind of be in the Amazon ecosystem without having a Kindle. For me, I really just wanted to get away from Kindle altogether, so I switched to my Kobo Libra Color, which I forgot to mention does have connection with Overdrive, so right on the device, Libby's on that device as well. So both of them use your library and are able to interact with your library devices or library apps in a similar manner. Books, it's more of an application. Kobo, it is actually on device. The big thing with Books that I see a lot of people loving is it also has a stylus option. So similar to the Kobo, you can write things down, you can take notes, you can annotate. It has very similar functionalities. They really enjoy the aspect of having different apps on your phone where you have that versatility right there. It's a little bit easier to integrate for a little higher of a price point. One of the issues that I had with Books, and the main reason why I chose Kobo, was because they didn't have anything that was waterproof. I reached out and they couldn't really confirm anything or deny anything on their website right now. None of their e-readers have waterproof standards at all. And that was a big disappointment for me as someone who was constantly near water, to be honest, especially on vacations. I wanted something that I felt secure that was going to be okay if I brought to the beach or to the lake or on a boat. And Books, unfortunately, couldn't confirm that that would be the case. So I'm hoping that they change that in the future because I see this kind of almost as a gateway. a gateway e-reader for a lot of people that don't want to switch to a true new ecosystem like the Kobo. That is the main difference between these two companies. Both are really fantastic when it comes to trying to transition away from Amazon. There are going to be their hiccups for both of them. I think battery life for both of them is a little bit less than the Kindle. The Kindle obviously has figured all of that out, but they're really great alternatives, and both companies are fantastic to work with. They have good customer service and they have care for their consumer base. I would not judge you if you went with either one of these companies instead of Amazon. I actually would be proud of you as someone who recently switched myself to Kobo, and I think they're both great options. Whenever you choose an e-reader or ebooks outside of Amazon, though, it is important to note that you're going to miss features that you had before. No more Whisper Sync with Audible, no more Kindle Unlimited, no more Kindle deals, although I think Kobo does have something similar with like Kobo deals, to be honest, because they have their own ecosystem. No more being able to use digital credits, so if you have shipping with Amazon Prime and you delay the shipping, no more digital credits that you can use for books. You are losing an ecosystem aspect, which is why Amazon has such a stronghold, I think, on this marketplace. It's because they're so integrated into everything. With this, though, you will get the freedom to interact with the ebook space in a way that you hadn't before. Kindle is very restrictive on what they allow on their devices, and both of these options that I presented to you today are not. Basically, the possibilities are endless on how you can use your devices going forward and what you choose to read on your devices. I hope that this was helpful for people out there trying to look a little bit more into Kindle alternatives. I would recommend going to both of these companies' websites and seeing what their current specs are. They could be updated from this video, but let me know what you all think in the comments. Are you considering switching away from Kindle? Have you bought a books Palma? Have you bought a books e-reader? Have you bought a Kobo e-reader? I would love to hear what people's thoughts are on this, just because it's such an evolving space right now. I really appreciate all of you being here, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye!